Welcome back to another episode of Soft Life Secrets, the podcast where we unpack what it really takes to create ease, freedom, and fulfillment in life. Today, we're stepping into the story that's been buzzing since the Magic City documentary dropped. I'm sitting down with Miss Robin Parks, aka Strawberry, a former Magic City dancer who lived through the lights, the money, and the myths of the most legendary strip clubs in the world. We're going to talk about the misconceptions, the wild stories, and most importantly, the transition from survival mode to soft life. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Welcome, Miss Robin Parks, aka Strawberry. Don't put the whole government name out there. Baby, I'm so happy you made it to Soft Life Secrets.
Yes.
This has been a long time coming.
Long time.
So, Strawberry, let's get right into it.
First of all, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm genuinely proud of you.
Thank you.
Little baby Tamara Hall.
Thank you. I'm claiming it.
Oh, yeah.
I went to college with her too, by the way. Okay, so for those who don't know you beyond the pole, how would you introduce yourself today to them?
Okay. Today I will introduce myself as, my name is Robin. My nickname is Strawberry. I'm a professional bartender. I have a nonprofit, which is Berry Hearts Foundation. I cater to the elderly and mentally challenged. I had the privilege of being on Starz in the Magic City documentary. I have a book coming out. Hopefully, we're praying the end of the year. The name of the book is It's Not Cherry, It's Strawberry.
Ooh.
It's a memoir. Life in my shoes, before, during, and after the strip club.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yes, it was a journey.
Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So tell me this. What was your, well, we know your stage name was Strawberry, but how did that come about? Who gave you that name?
So I started off at Paradise for like maybe 2 months. That was another strip club. And a customer told me the club was going to get booked. So I told my friends, and the next day we went to Magic City. And again, my name was Cherry at the time. And when we went to see Magic, the first thing he asked us was what was our name. And I told him my name was Cherry. He was like, well, you got to be something like a strawberry because I already have a cherry. And here I am.
Strawberry.
Yes.
Wow. Was you and Cherry friends?
They're my sisters now.
Okay.
But she was already there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We became sisters.
So being in the strip club, is it like a sisterhood once you get in? Is it an initiation? What is it?
No. It becomes a sisterhood.
Okay.
In the beginning, it's a job. You creating a fantasy. It's all about that money. You know what I'm saying? So later on in time, we was blessed to become a sisterhood. We just had our 40th anniversary, and it was at least over 30 girls there.
Wow.
The original girls from like 85 up until 1996 when it burned down. So that was the blessing part of it, becoming a sisterhood.
Okay, so it started in 86.
No, it started in 1985.
1985?
Yes.
Okay, and you were there from the beginning?
I came in 1988.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, so what's the biggest misconception about the dancers at Magic City? I know you knew this was coming. A lot of people talk about, Magic, they the top girls. What's the biggest misconception?
Okay, so let me say this first. It's two parts to that because my younger self and who I am now. Okay. I have to say this as well. Number one, I'm not Martin Luther King. And it's no disrespect, but I'm not speaking for every stripper of the world. I'm speaking on my journey, my story, my opinions.
That's fair.
Okay. So with where my younger self and who I am, I had shoes that fit me, but I had to grow into my shoes. And now that I have grown into my shoes, now I can walk in my journey better.
Okay.
I could walk on my journey better, you know. So that's why I say it's two parts, because how I was younger, that's not who I am now.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So back then the misconception was I would say in defense of them, they didn't understand. But it's not good for you to try to judge somebody, because while you judging somebody judging you.
You're right. You're right.
You understand? So they didn't understand the strength, the courage, and the confidence it took to even get a job in that field.
Right.
You became adult entertainers.
Right.
But the people the women on the outside, oh, she taking off her clothes, oh, she a prostitute. But you going into a job, you going into a building like this.
Right.
Clocking in, going to work.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
But the thing of it is, I never heard in my journey, I never heard, probably once one of my relatives or something saying something about a dancer. But the confidence so high and the money so good, you ain't listening to the people down there judging you.
Okay.
You're not reaching all the way down there. You understand?
Right.
So what they
because
said,
you got more money than them.
What they said is irrelevant. If you learn how to do what we doing, your life will be a little bit more better.
Right.
So,
let me tell you something. That pole dancing, that's something serious.
It's let me tell you.
I always said it's exotic dancing, not stripping, because
they people put names on it.
Right.
You know, you creating a fantasy. And not only are you creating a fantasy, Miracle come in there, she get a job. She pretty until she stand by somebody beautiful. She fine till she stand by somebody that's real fine. So you dealing with 49 women and you the 49 women and you the 50th person. And you got to come in there with all these men and you got to make a name for yourself. What makes you so special that he would want to dance you? So you got to create. You can't go in as Miracle. You got to go in as Tamar or somebody. You understand?
Yeah.
Your alter ego.
Okay.
You know, you have it's a lot with that. And for somebody to on the outside to judge, how dare you?
Right.
You know, and those women are the strongest women because they own their body. They embrace every curve, every scar. You know, they walk in. I have a big birthmark on my back. Guess what? It didn't stop me from doing nothing. I was a $1.5. I made my name.
Wow.
I had a big clientele. You understand?
Yeah.
I was wearing a size 3, 4, 6. I didn't let my weight stop me. I went in and I conquered.
Okay. So back in the day when you were stripping, was people augmenting their bodies during that time like they are now? So everything was natural?
No. So from, like I said, I started in 88 to 96. In Georgia and Florida, those was only 2 states that was strictly nude. Everybody else was topless, so that's why they call it titty bars or whatever you want to call them. And so you will find girls getting their breasts done. So when we worked, it was probably about 2, maybe 3 girls that had their breasts done, but we was mostly natural.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And different shapes and sizes. And I always say those men had the best experience of a adult entertainment because everybody don't like a skinny girl, everybody don't like a big girl, everybody don't like big butts, everybody don't like small butts. So you had your preference, you had a choice. You understand? And I'm gonna tell you another thing that was so special about that era. Those guys got a chance to see the women for who they were. Those were unique women, rare. You understand? So sometimes they would come in there, they didn't want to dance. They just want to sit down and talk with you.
Wow.
You know, they'll pay you just to sit down and talk with you because intriguing. You understand?
Just to hear your story.
Yes. Just to be able to talk, be in the presence of you. You know.
That's interesting you said that because I had some male friends that said that they love going to the strip club, one, because of the food. It was 5-star food. The food's gonna be good. And they said sometimes just for conversation. When they girl was nagging or, you know, just out there, just getting on their nerves, they went to the strip club to relieve stress. But they said it wasn't about the women. It was really just about the freedom.
The conversations, the laughter, and you could be yourself and not being judged. You know, those guys. And then at that time, a lot of guys would be concerned, like, what are you doing with your money? You need to do this with your money. But, you know, you got so much money, you young, you ain't listening to that. You know?
So they trying to help you start businesses and stuff.
Some did. Some did.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to talk about money and men, since we on that.
Okay.
What's the most money you ever made in one night, and what did you do with it?
Okay, so on our birthdays, we always had skits.
Oh.
Because I'm Strawberry, I used to have a big basket of fresh strawberries and feed them to the customers and do my little skits or whatever. My birthday is in December, so this particular time, I think it was probably like 1990, I want to say, 89 or something. The Steelers was in town.
Okay.
And I had this birthday party, and they came in there that night. So when I had a bag of money, and when I got home, I stopped counting at 3,000. And the rest of it, that was the balled up ones, I didn't feel like counting no more. I put it in a pillowcase and I took it to my mom and dad. So I'm not really sure how much I had, but I stopped counting at 3,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What is the craziest thing you witnessed in the strip club that money can't buy?
That money can't buy. You know what's the craziest thing I witnessed, but I didn't witness it until later? The bond that we created from Magic, which is still our dad.
Okay.
Charles is our uncle, and I have many of sisters.
Okay.
And the younger girls are my nieces.
Sisterhood.
Yes.
Okay.
But when we was in it, we didn't know what it was creating. So now we're close.
So the stuff that we see on TV and the shows and stuff,
Cancel
did y'all
that.
fight?
I did. Not everybody. Listen.
Right.
Listen. No.
Okay.
I
Did
got
you
to
fight with sisters?
No, this was a customer and one sister.
Oh, okay.
And the first fight I had is the first time when I first started night shift. You know, it was nothing about nothing. You know, and the second time it was a customer.
Okay.
You understand? But nobody else got to fight.
Okay.
Maybe one other girl. But we didn't do all that fighting and all that stuff. No, we was too busy trying to get our money.
Okay. Okay.
You know, it was strictly about the money.
Strictly about the money. Okay, so back then, I know you said the most you made that you counted was about 3,000.
That was that one time on the stage. You said it one night.
That one night.
That one night.
That one night. So how... Like I hear now some girls say, oh, I made 20,000, you know.
Yes, it's possible.
They're traveling.
Yes.
You know, traveling to different states and stuff. How, that's possible?
Of course.
Oh.
Not for us.
Not for who?
My era.
Okay.
Because mind you, he started in 85. The club was 3 years old.
Okay.
It still was new to Atlanta or whatever.
Okay.
In the documentary, it showed the different eras.
Okay.
So that 2000, that's when that era with all this throwing the money up. We did have one guy. His name was Easy. When he come in town, because we didn't have ones, he throwing up 5, 10s, and 20s and 100s and, you know, all these things. And when he come in, it was always a party.
Okay.
You know, he'll get a group of us and we'll, you know, throw up the money and we got our drinks and it's a time with him.
Okay.
But people didn't do that. People back then weren't finna throw up no money. What?
Right.
No.
Right. Not our era.
No, they wasn't throwing up no money. But a lot of people had money. That was the good part about it. And we had to hustle. We had to walk around 5 and 6 times begging you for a dance, or not. Let me take that back. Not begging, asking for a dance. Are you ready for a dance? You know, or sitting down talking with the customers. That era created hustlers.
Okay.
That still resonate with us now. Whatever we do, we gonna hustle. You understand? Because that was the foundation of it. So now you got guys, I guess they're in competition with each other. I'm not sure.
Oh.
They throwing up the money. Who
The
can throw up?
gram. You got Instagram, the social media. Y'all didn't have social media back then.
No.
So they wasn't fronting for nobody.
No.
Okay.
No. And people came in the club, you didn't know who had what. Because they didn't come in with all the jewelry and all these things. Even back then, you had $1 million traps. the Hernham Homes, the Bankhead Courts, the, John Hope and McKenna, all these, because you got to understand, that's the era when drugs first came.
You're right.
So these projects had $1 million traps in them. So you may have those guys come in with pockets full of money, but you didn't think they had them because they may have Dickies on and T-shirts. You understand? In the weekend, they put the little clothes on. And that's another thing with a long time ago. It wasn't out the norm to see a man come in with a suit and tie and gator shoes.
Oh.
Or the drug
dress up to come to the strip club.
Or they might be getting off work, and then you had the drug dealers may come in with the Coogee, with the slacks and the gators on, because that was the gators back then.
Yeah.
You understand? So it wasn't, everything was classic conservative.
Classic conservative.
Classic conservative. Okay. Even the girls, the way we carried ourselves in Magic City, we had an image to hold.
Okay.
We was the stars. And to this day, he's still the #1 black club in Atlanta.
Of course.
And at that time, Gold Club was the #1 white club. Then you had the little smaller other clubs, But they got money just as well, but we had a certain kind of clientele.
So was the interview process hard? Or did y'all accept anybody who had a nice body or a nice, pretty face?
Well, when I got in, she just asked me my name, and okay, we're going to start you on day shift, me and my friend Brandy.
Okay. So it was a come up to go to night shift? Or was day shift?
You had to start on day shift.
Okay.
Yeah, and our day shift started at 12 o'clock.
Wow.
And it had just as many people as it did at night. Maybe just a little smaller, but it had a clientele.
The businessmen.
Oh yeah, I mean all kind of men. You might get some men just coming in just to see, because you had the day shift girls and you had the night shift girls. All of them was beautiful. All of them was strong and confidence and courage and all of the above.
Okay. What type of men actually spent the most money? Was it the rappers, the athletes, or regular dudes?
You got to understand, everybody spent money. Everybody had money.
Okay.
It wasn't okay, I'm going to go with him because he a rapper. No, everybody spent money.
Okay.
And then you had a lot of people that maybe come from New York, California, all these places. First thing they come is to Magic City because they hear so much about it. And in their state, they haven't seen any women with, strictly nude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, survival versus soft life. What's the one thing that Magic City documentary left out that you wish they would have showed? And let me just break it down. For those of you all who don't know, you were part of the cast of the documentary of Magic City. One of many that they featured on 3 episodes, right?
4.
4 episodes. So how was that, first of all, filming with Starz?
I'm going to tell you, and I don't want to get teary-eyed, but give me a second. We got to cut. Just
okay.
Give me a second.
Okay. You need a tissue?
No, I'm just, let me try to get it together.
Okay. It's okay.
What I wish they would have showed is about my testimony on how I got out.
Okay.
Let me go back and say this right here. Some of the girls that came into the strip club, into that life, some of them came in with a plan. You had girls in Spelman in different colleges.
Okay.
You had girls with agendas, to get houses and all these things. I didn't have a plan. When I came in, I was at home, never thinking that I would leave.
Wow.
I loved everything about it. I wasn't raised, I didn't have a sister. But God blessed me with a lot of sisters. And the protector was Magic, which was like our dad. And our manager, Charles, he was our uncle. And they protected us, even security. We felt comfortable. So I didn't want to leave that.
Okay.
That's, even though a lot of lust was in the air, but this was love. So, when you love something, you want to stay attached to it.
Right. And by you being the only child, you said you was the only
No, only girl.
The only girl.
I didn't have any
You
sisters.
didn't have any sisters. So that was like you had built a sisterhood, family.
Yes.
And that's interesting you said that most of the girls that came in there had a plan.
Yeah, some had.
Because we used to hear back in the day, they said, the Spelman girls would go to pay for school.
I have seen some girls, and they was disciplined. When I say that, they come in, they get dressed, they don't sit around mingling, cackly. They go upstairs, work. At the end of the night, they get their clothes on, put the sweats in the t-shirt, and they gone.
Okay.
And I remember this. Yeah, I remember this one particular girl. I can't even remember her name, but I can see her face. She had to graduate because I'd never seen her ever again. So she had a plan. And like I said, how dare women or people that don't understand their life judge somebody? Because you don't know what somebody's story is.
What they doing it for, right? Right.
You got some people that may came from a broken home or trying to help their family.
Right.
I had a son. Two grandmothers and my parents. You don't know what somebody's story is, so how dare you just look down on what somebody do to get their money.
Right.
Now you could, with the misconception part, you can call them whatever you want to, but you can't call them broke.
Can't call them broke.
You can't call them broke.
Okay.
You can't. So in that life, like I said, I didn't have a plan. And when Magic City burned down, I ended up going to Blue Flame. Didn't really like that. And I ended up trafficking, going from the bottom to the top for probably about 2 months. And then when I came back in town...
What is trafficking?
I'm sorry. I ended up trafficking drugs. Okay, so I ended up trafficking drugs because I didn't like Blue Flame. It was $5 dances when we used to do $10 dances. And I gained my popularity and my money in Magic City. That's downtown. Then I had to go all the way to the other side of town. It wasn't me.
Okay.
So I ended up trafficking drugs for probably about 2 months from the bottom to the top until I had to stop that. And when I come in town, I go to the Blue Flame, and then I would go to Nikki's on Tuesdays for the boxing. Then I end up going to Big Nikki's, working there, just trying to find, that was the survival mode for me.
Okay.
Because I wasn't getting the money that I was getting. I done lost all my customers. The white collar and because they weren't going in certain little hoods and stuff.
Right.
You understand? They wasn't doing these things. So I had to just try to make my way, and Magic was in jail. They had burned down Magic City. So it's just like when your parents away, the child gonna play. So I end up doing a lot of things I wouldn't have done if Magic City was still there. I wouldn't have done those things if I was still around my family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm out here trying to get it. So again, I was at Big Nikki's, and then I went to, sometimes on Sundays I would go to Jazzy T's, I would go to Playboy Palace, but my last one was at the Gentleman Club. All right? That's where I ended up retiring from. And to get my money, I had to really, really get them 10 minutes paying boyfriends. I had more than I had needed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean by 10-minute boyfriends?
No. What's that? I'm green.
Okay. I used to turn tricks.
Okay. Turn tricks. Okay.
We trying to put a cute little name on it. He was 10 minutes, but he was paying. And he was my boyfriend for that little short period of time.
10-minute tricks.
Yeah.
Okay.
10-minute boyfriends.
Okay.
Okay. So I was doing those type of things because I had to try to get my money because I was used to a certain type of money.
You was used to a certain amount.
Exactly. I wasn't used to, but I had to put that work in. It paid off, but it was some dangerous situations I got myself into.
Okay.
So going up to what I wish they would have talked about is how I got out the club.
Okay. So tell us.
I was scared out the club. You understand? I'm going to tell you, I had 4 DUIs and 5 drug possession when I left. So in January of 98, I got locked up. Stayed there for a whole day, and I got out. And when I got out, I felt different. I didn't understand. So maybe that week or the next week, I had a dream of me going to a hotel with a guy, and he putting a pillow over my head, shoot me in my head. Okay. I thought, well, maybe that's a dream because I smoked a lot of weed. Okay, we're going to put it on that. Then I had it again. Long story short, I kept having this dream of me going to a hotel, same guy, same scenario, same everything. To the point I got scared to go to sleep. I would be scared to take a nap because it'll happen when even if I take a nap before I go to work. So I'm like, okay. So I would try to go out and stay busy when I get off work, go to Sharon Showcase, get in a dance contest, you know what I'm saying, go to 112, doing all these things so that I won't have to go home and go to sleep. So that kept happening from January probably to February. And then God started showing me my funeral. So he kept that embedded in my mind about me getting killed. So then I started having a dream of my funeral at my old church that I grew up in. White coffin, white dress, you understand? I'm seeing all these people at my funeral. So that happened for maybe a couple of weeks. And then here come the first week of March. And God showed me my mom sitting on the front row. And people was hugging my mom, whispering in her ear about stuff I used to do. And it was breaking my mom heart. And I asked God, I said, if you get me out of this, I'll tell my mama my own story. My dream stopped. The first week of March. And when I got back to work, I didn't tell nobody. So I started telling my friends, I said, look, I'm finna leave. I'm quitting. They like, no, you're not gonna leave because the popularity, the money, everything I needed was there. So nobody believed me until the week I got ready to leave. So I had that last week of March, I had a 2-day retirement party, the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. And I joined the church. No, the 26th, the 27th, the 28th, I joined the church. I gave God my scared hand. Didn't know where I was going, didn't know what to do. But I know I couldn't stay there because I already seen what was going to happen.
Oh, wow.
You understand? I was just too scared and I didn't tell nobody, so I didn't know how to handle it. So I felt like, okay, let me go to church and just, you know. And a month later, it's crazy, I got pregnant. Now, mind you, I didn't have an abortion because 3 years prior to that, I had an abortion. And I think I was probably about 3 months. So they had to do anesthesia. So I'm laying up on the bed, and the girl who I used to beat up about my oldest son, dad, became an anesthesiologist and had to put me under. When I seen her, she was professional. When I seen her come in, she asked me your name, your date, you know, the things that they ask you. And at the same time, I'm praying like, Lord, if you let me get off this table, I'll never have another abortion no matter what. So when I got pregnant, it came back to me. And that was a way of God keeping me over here because it was nothing to keep me. Because that was my home. That's what I loved. So I got pregnant and I made a vow to him. So I had to honor that vow. So I had to stay over here 9 more months. You feel what I'm saying? Because it was nothing to keep me over here. I didn't like on this side. And I'm talking about my younger self.
Right.
I didn't like nothing about it. My family and everything was out there.
Right.
My love and everything was there. So I'm over here. It's boring. I mean, people, I don't know. All my friends, just everything was on that side. So I got, during my pregnancy, I can say that I think my body healed. During my pregnancy, from all the nightlife and the weed smoking and the trick turning, all these things, my body healed during my pregnancy. And it's so crazy because I didn't know you was supposed to take prenatal vitamin 2 times a day. I was taking pre-made vitamins 2 times a day. But it helped me.
Right.
Because it helped heal my body from the inside. You understand? So I ended up having my son, and I went from 115 to 170 during my pregnancy. I had never been big ever in my life. The year after that, I stayed big.
So
God kept me I kept that weight on, so he didn't want me to go back, because still, it was nothing to keep me. I would have paid somebody to watch my baby, my kids, and went back. So for that next year, I was a big girl.
Okay.
You know, so.
Did you find somebody in the church? Like, what led you to church? You said.
No, I was raised in the church.
Okay.
When I was a kid, my grandmother used to send us to church. So I did have a foundation.
You already know. They always say, you bring a child up right, they'll always find their way back.
Because it's a seed planted. I don't care what, it's going to grow.
Wow. Oh, gosh.
But he had to put me, with the strong woman that I was, he had to put something like that on me in order for me, because I wasn't scared of nothing but my dad. You know, it's like a bring it on. So he knew what it had to take for me to, you know.
You wasn't scared of nothing.
No.
Did stripping ever feel like a soft life to you? Or was it survival mode?
Was it a soft life? It was life.
Okay.
It was my life, my journey, my story. You know, I was a kid.
Because I recall you saying that when y'all was stripping, y'all took pride. It was more, y'all stayed in y'all femininity.
Oh, of course.
It was a lot.
We had the best costumes, the best costume designer. We had the Miss Dottie used to do makeup. But I'm going to tell you something. We didn't wear makeup. We didn't wear a lot of makeup. You know, I got some friends now still don't wear makeup. Natural beauty.
Right.
I used to wear eyeliner and mascara and lipstick.
Right.
We didn't do
That's
all that.
what we grew up on.
Yeah, we didn't do all that extra stuff. And then we got Miss Dottie in there to do makeup. She would put eyelashes on us, you know, but all the extra hard makeup, no, we didn't do that.
What? So it was strictly natural beauty?
Yes, natural body,
bodies.
natural beauty. Yes. Not all that. Oh, no.
Okay. That's interesting. So what's one rule that you had for yourself in the strip club that you would never break?
One rule that I had for myself, that I would never let my son wake up and not see me. I don't care what I did that night. When he wake up, he gonna see me. Whether I'm laying, when I would let my mom keep him, I would get in the bed with him.
Okay.
Get him ready for school, and then I go home. Or on the weekend, I pick him up, put him in the car. But he gonna always wake up and see me.
Wow.
No matter what I did. And I did a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you made sure that your face was the first face your child
Exactly.
saw.
Yeah, that's why I say, well, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and I'm leaving, and I'm going home.
Okay. Okay, so if a woman in the club today is dreaming of her soft life or trying to make a soft life, what advice would you give her? Today's society.
With today's, because of the kind of money that they're making, I would tell them to get a financial literacy, financial advisor that they trust.
Okay.
You know, and I go down there and see him sometime, or I see him at the anniversary, and I will tell them, and I told them, don't wear your money, invest your money.
Wow.
You understand?
That was some good advice.
Because tomorrow gonna come, whether you want to or not. You don't see women in the strip club 25 years. I've been dancing 25, 30 years. No. No. It's a time span, and it's gonna happen.
Right. What's the average lifespan of a stripper?
I really don't know. I was there 11 years, you know?
Okay.
I don't know, but I know it ain't no 20, no 30 and 40 years.
Right.
Nah.
So that's good. You tell them to invest their money.
Yes, because that's the only thing I wish I would have done. But see, I was young, remember? And when I first got out there, I had a kid. So I was getting food stamps. And I was getting TANF, which is the check that they give you for $267, $262. And I would give that to my parents because they helped with my son. But I used to stuff my money in my rider boots till I filled them up, and then I put them in the ceiling. Or I put them in my pillow. If somebody would have taught me about money, I would have put it in the bank, savings, investment. But see, your parents didn't teach you about money back then.
They didn't know.
Because they didn't know you was going to get that kind of money. And then I didn't even put my family in my business, so they don't know what I was making.
Right. And then you got to think about that era. They didn't know about what to do with money themselves.
Right.
They weren't privileged to that.
Right.
That came during our era when we learned.
So that's why I say again, how dare you judge somebody that's making a living, making all this money that you ain't never seen and probably never have seen and probably won't see.
Wow.
You'll see it on a check, but you ain't gonna see it loosely. You understand? You're not gonna go in there and work for it and you're gonna bring it home tomorrow.
Or that same night.
You understand?
So what does freedom look like for you today?
Freedom that looks for me today is my growth, my peace. And that just recently happened within the last year. I went through, I would say, a spiritual warfare of all this sickness. Started in 2019. I had 13 blood clots in both of my lungs. 2021, my lungs collapsed. And with the blood clots, it damaged my lungs and made my heart weak. So I have a lot of doctors. But I'm coming out. I'm better. I went through depression until I took my life back.
You look good.
Yeah, I had to take my life back. I had to speak that to myself. I had to learn how to smile again. I had to practice smiling. Yeah. When I get in my car and go places, or I just get in my car and ride, just practice smiling. Yeah. Depression will do that to you. Yeah, I had therapy for like 3 months, but
that's good you said that. You had therapy.
Yeah. Would
you recommend that today's adult entertainers seek therapy even while? Because the things they see in a night, we may never see in a lifetime. Some things.
The therapy comes when you get out of that life.
Okay.
That's when the challenge comes.
Okay.
That's when the survival mode comes. That's when you used to this, but then you got to come over here. You understand? I never thought I'd have to clock in on somebody's job or go to school. I didn't see that. I told you I didn't have a plan. My first job was at a dry cleaner. My mom got me the job at the dry cleaner because she was so glad I wasn't in the strip club no more.
Wow.
So I'm pregnant working at a dry cleaner. It's hot in there. I'm making $168 a week. I'm crying. So the first day I seen that check, man, I cried so bad. So I end up saving all my checks because I still had money from the strip club. So I would save all my checks and then I cash it all at one time to make it seem like I had some money. So the therapy would be for when you get on this side because it get real over here. What you did over here, they don't care then about it over there.
Okay.
I didn't even know what to put on the application.
Wow.
Because I never filled out one.
Wow.
You understand? What was I going to say? Oh, I worked at Magic City Gentleman Club, Nikki's. What was I going to say?
Wow.
I didn't know what to say.
That's real.
Yeah.
So how did your mom take it when you told her what you were doing?
I didn't tell my mom. Somebody seen, one of my dad's friends seen me. They never did tell me. And my mom called me and asked me. I was like, what? Somebody seen me and told my dad.
Told your dad? And how did he approach you?
He didn't. My mom called me because I didn't stay with them. I had my own house. So I started off, I was staying with my grandmother. And you know how your grandmother got everybody staying there. So my cousin, she was in college and she used to have these little shoes. And I used to sneak her shoes. When I first started dancing, I snuck her shoes. She wore a size 10, I wore a 7. And them girls stuffed the shoes with tissue and cotton balls. And that's how I started dancing with my first pair of shoes.
Wow. You wore a size 7 and she wore a 10.
Yep. So my friend, the way I started dancing, I used to do hair. I went to Arnold's International, it was a cosmetology school downtown. And this one girl came in that I would end up being sisters with. Right? So she came in and all the girls started doing her hair, taking the weave out and stuff. And I'm like, who is that? She had to be somebody because everybody flocked to her. And my friend said, oh, she a dancer. I said, what is a dancer? Because I used to go to the clubs and hip-hop dance. So, you understand? I'm like, dancer? Like, what kind? So she said, I got a friend working at the strip club. You want to go? So we went that same night. And come to find out, when we went in there, it was a girl I went to school with. And off the top, she got me a job. She said, you want to work? No, come on, I'm going to take you over here. She took me to the owner. He was like, okay, he hired me.
Wow.
And I'm like, what I'm going to do? So she was like, go down there and get your permit. She told us where to go to get the permit. So I got my permit and I came back. She said, just bring some shoes. We got everything. So I snuck my cousin's shoes. Like I said, she wore 10, I wore 7. When I got in there, them girls put the cotton balls in my shoes, made sure they fit me. They gave me a costume and sent me out of there. Girl.
And that was the beginning. Oh my gosh. This is so good. I'm going to have to bring you back on another show.
Really?
I mean, I got to see what's going forward. Because you talked about the foundation that you started, which I want to get into. But let's talk about the foundation. So what made you start the nonprofit?
It's so crazy because even as a kid, elderly women was always drawn to me for some reason. And they always, what they had in common, they was always Christian women. And they was always in their 80s and 90s, you know. So when I was in 2020, when everything shut down, me and my mom, we just started cooking a lot of food. And I knew so many elderly people, so I would make sure they had some food to eat because everything was shut down. When they went on a little tissue rant in water, I went to Alabama and I got like 20 cases of water, 20 cases of tissue, and I passed them out to all my elder people. And I had like 13 of them, you know, because they can easily we can go to the store, they can't go to the store.
Right.
So that's when I started really taking care of them. And my mom church used to give me a lot of stuff, so I used to go out and feed the homeless with it. Just did a whole lot of things. Even though I was in a slight depression because I was taking care of my daddy, he ended up dying, and I wasn't bartending no more. It was just a lot. And the way I really dealt with my depression and stuff, I would always make people feel better than I was.
Oh.
So I made sure I went out and took care of my elderly women. A lot of them has passed on, and I think I got 2 now. My last 2 that died this year, one was 103 and the other one was 88.
Wow.
And the one that was 88 was the one told me that I was going to be on TV. And I didn't believe her.
And that was years ago?
No, that was about 2 years ago, maybe, a year.
And she told you before they even contacted you?
Yes, she did. She told me.
Okay, so I remember talking to you one day, and you were saying you had to go go get with your old folks.
Yeah. All my friends know about my old people. Because they'll be like, you know, don't nobody call you but your little old people. They was my friends. They became my godmothers. Like if I was talking to you on the phone, my phone rang, she 88 years old, 90 years old, you know. Those are my people. Yeah, and we talked for hours. Yeah.
And so that's what led you to start the nonprofit for the elderly.
Well, I was doing a lot of stuff. When I had to stop bartending. I did another transition, and I had a lot of money, so I was using my money to help others.
Okay.
And somebody told me, well, you need to do a nonprofit, the 501. And the person that did my 501, she didn't do my 1023, so I didn't qualify. They sent me back my money. So I ended up going through a lot of my money helping other people.
Other people.
Yeah.
That's why you blessed, because you used your money to help others.
Even when I was sick, I used to go in and try to pay people co-pays. Because I knew what it felt like. So I always had this attachment to elderly people. And they always poured into me. So now they don't pour so much into me. Now I'm full. Now I got to pour into somebody else. When I die, I'm dying empty. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So I hate we have to wrap this up. But For the people out there, if you could go back and talk to your younger self and walk into Magic City for the first night, what would you say to Strawberry?
Welcome to the journey.
Welcome to the journey. Welcome to the journey.
Yeah.
And there you have it. Soft Life Secrets, y'all. Strawberry, tell them where they can find you.
Where can they find me?
Your social media?
My social media is Straw Robinberry. Just stay tuned, you know.
Is that on Instagram and Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram. That you can find me bartending at Mercedes-Benz. I'm still out there active.
At Mercedes-Benz?
You know, I'm still active. Just stay tuned. You'll see me. I'm going to pop up.
Stay tuned.
I'm going to pop up and pop out.
And make sure when you get the book,
I'm going to pop up and pop out. Yes.
We bring you back for the book.
I'm going to pop up and I'm going to pop out.
For the book release, Soft Life Secrets will be hosting the book release, okay?
Yes.
So, thank you for coming on the show. I'm so glad you made it.
When I tell you I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm talking about proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Genuinely.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you.
Tamara Hall.
And there you have it. This conversation was everything with Miss Robin Parks, aka Strawberry. She gave us not only just behind the scenes of Magic City, but real life lessons on self-worth, femininity, and creating a softer life after the hustle. If this episode blessed you, make sure you share it with a friend who needs a reminder that your past does not define your peace. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Soft Life Secrets with Miracle. Until the next time, protect your peace and keep choosing soft.